Good evening, students. How are you all? Fine. Okay, very good. Students, now is the session of business study. Okay. In the previous session, we had a long discussion about the meaning and characteristics of coordination. We also discussed how coordination is an integrating force and how it is the essence of management. Okay. We also discussed that coordination is that a spirit of management which is required at all its levels. Okay. All these things we have discussed yesterday, and hope that you might have studied, you might have gone through all these topics in something detailed and in more better way from your textbook. Okay. Now let us discuss the last topic of coordination, and that is the importance of coordination. What is the importance of coordination? We shall see, we shall discuss. Okay. So first of all, let us discuss the importance of coordination in respect of the size of the organization. Okay. Already we have discussed that coordination is required when there is group efforts, when there is group activity. If there is an individual effort, then there is no need of coordination. Okay. When the two or more than two persons perform different activities related to the same job to achieve the common goals, then this is called group effort or group activity. Okay. As soon as the size of an organization enlarges, this in production department of a manufacturing concern, some people may be busy engaged in manufacturing, some people may be engaged in carrying the raw materials, some people might be engaged in packaging the product, some people might be engaged in controlling the quality, some people might be engaged in storing the product, and so many activities will have to be performed in the production department. Okay. The people have different jobs, different activities to be performed. Okay. Now here is a functional differentiation due to which there is a need of coordination. Means if proper coordination is not established between the efforts made by all these people with proper timing and balancing, if their efforts are not integrated appropriately, then the production department cannot function, cannot work properly. Okay. So you may conclude, you may say that since there are functional differentiations, there happen to be functional differentiations in an organization, therefore there is a need of coordination. And more differentiations there will be more and more need of coordination, and this coordination will ultimately be established and achieved by the concerned departmental manager or the concerned manager. Okay. The third important aspect of coordination is that to obtain the benefits of a specialization, coordination is required. Okay. How does management work in the organization? First, organizing function is performed. Okay. And through organizing function, activities are identified and decided to be performed, and then after a staffing function is performed. Okay. Through staffing, the eligible persons are appointed at different posts and positions to perform different jobs and to carry out different activities. Okay. Now, one person is entitled to perform only a segment, only a part of the entire job process. That person is not responsible for other parts or other segments of the job process. Okay. And by doing only that part of the entire work process again and again, every now and then, that person will get expertise of that over that, which is called a specialization. If you do only one particular work again and again, you will be expert of that. You will develop your skills over that work to perform that work in better way. This is called a specialization. Okay. And if there is more and more specialization in an organization, then it will ultimately benefit the organization. Why? Because a specialization leads to increase in efficiency and productivity. Okay. Therefore, by establishing proper coordination throughout the organization, the benefit of larger specialization can be obtained by the management. Okay, from this point of view, coordination is very much important. The next one is interdependence of the activities. You know, children, a lot of activities are performed in an organization. However, they are interrelated and interdependent. The compliance of one job of one department depends on the compliance of the job of another department. For example, the sales department cannot realize the sales of the market until the product is not manufactured on time by production department. And the production department cannot manufacture the product on time if the raw material, the required raw material is not provided by the purchase department. Okay. And the purchase department cannot provide the raw material if it is not supported by the finance department. Okay. So you will find that there is a chain of work process in an organization, and everyone is busy in maintaining this chain. Things are conducted in a sequence, in a systematic order. Okay. And all these activities, all these functions are interrelated, interdependent of each other. Therefore, there is a need of coordination. Okay. This high degree of interdependence cannot be maintained properly until there is a proper coordination. Okay. And more interdependence of the activities in an organization is, there will be more and more requirement of coordination to be established by concerned executives, officers, or the concerned managers. Okay. So now the chapter coordination is over. All the important topics I have discussed in detail, and the probable questions you will find at last of this chapter in your textbook. So I would suggest you to go through these topics once more in better way and solve the questions. And if you feel some difficulty, then make a conversation with me. Okay, thank you.